Hey everybody, welcome back to Unbiased Election Projections. And today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is more polarizing than most of my titles. The title of this video is Joe Biden is running away with the presidency. So yeah, that's a pretty bold statement, and I'm gonna probably get a lot of likes, a lot of dislikes. And I do want you to tell me in the comments why you agree with me, strongly, strongly disagree. Call me a hater on Trump, say that I'm a dirty liberal who doesn't have half a brain. Go ahead, tell me all that in the comment section. I want to hear it. And if you dislike the video, and if you disagree and think my brain is non-existent, then dislike the video. I like getting dislikes. Right. So I'm actually going to talk about Joe Biden is running with the election right now. First, I'm going to talk about. Well, actually, I'm going to clear a few things up. Um, for those of you who have been with my channel since it started in April, so I know I'm fairly new to YouTube, but I've been predicting elections for a while now. But for those of you who were with me at the beginning of this journey, my map, disregarding margins, looked, something like it looked like this. And this is still, COVID was a thing, but this is my prediction. Now, my current prediction is like this, but back then, my prediction was like this. I did not think that Arizona was going to go to the Democrats. I didn't think that Florida was. I thought North Carolina was barely, but I was still being generous there. And even before I started YouTube, I did not think that Biden was going to win North Carolina. I thought Nevada wasn't play for Trump. I thought Trump was going to probably win Pennsylvania. In that Wisconsin was probably leaning towards Trump. In that Minnesota is probably leaning towards. No, I have come to realize that Joe Biden is on the path to victory right now. Everything is unfolding exactly how the Biden campaign should want to be. Now, COVID-19 sucks, and I really want this to be over as soon as possible. I want to go back to school. I want to, do all that stuff. Yeah, I think everyone does. But I mean, seriously, right now, Joe Biden is running with the election. The betting odds, even in the middle of COVID-19, even in April, even in May, COVID was a thing. Started in March, it's still going strong. Unfortunately, still a thing. Trump has had the lead consistently. I don't know whether it's that little blip with Biden, but I don't even know. I think that was because it was on Super Tuesday the 2nd. Yeah, I think it was Biden had gotten like a big whatever. But overall, right now, Biden is skyrocketing. I made a video when he was like right here, he had first overtaken Trump, and I thought this is gonna be like, okay, he'll be up here for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then he'll just go back down, and it'll be close. No, Biden is going up and up and up and up. He is going up faster than the coronavirus is in Texas. Like seriously, Joe Biden is on track to win the presidency. And he has been. Look at the betting odds; they're insane. And I see comments back 2 months ago in the Red Eagle Politics comment sections. Um, it, it, they all say, "Look at the betting odds. That's the best way to predict an election." I don't see that anymore. Second, let's look at the polling. And for those of you who still don't believe in the polling, it was not off in 2016. It was within the margin of error in Michigan, in Florida, or sorry, in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. Florida and Ohio on election day, they had Trump ahead on election day. There was some polls that had Clinton ahead before that. The only shocker again was Wisconsin. Also, for those of you who think that the polls are biased towards the Democrats, the polls had Clinton behind in Nevada. They had her behind in Colorado. They had Trump ahead by like 10 points in Nevada. He only won it by 3. They had Trump ahead by 15 points in Texas. He won it by 6, I think. So, yeah. And As of right now, we look at the polling. Texas, Biden +1, conducted by Fox News, which is a very conservative news source. Fox News in North Carolina puts Biden ahead. In Georgia, Fox News puts Biden ahead. Biden ahead in Florida by 9. So, yeah, this is interesting to look at. We're going to look at some swing states. I want to see what the. Oh, yeah, that's House. Um, Arizona, Biden +4, Biden +7. Kelly is on the path to victory. He's going to probably I have it as likely. He might even. He could win by a safe margin. Biden +1, Biden +4, Biden +7. There was a poll in Arkansas. I know that came out that Trump only had by 2. So was that a? Yeah, I was like Sanders would have he would have gotten murdered by Trump in Arkansas. Um, but Trump ahead by a tilt margin in Arkansas does not sound right. Colorado, which is somewhat of a swing state, Biden +13, Biden +19, by Hickenlooper +18. Florida, Biden ahead there. Georgia, they're even supposed to have Biden ahead. Purdue over Ossoff. That's a House poll. Biden +1, Ossoff +1, Biden +1. These polls are looking better and better for the Biden campaign. Michigan, Biden 18, Biden 11, Biden 4. I could go through this all day long. Let's look at New Hampshire. Biden +7. Sununu, he'll win re-election. Nevada, Biden +4. Uh, North Carolina, Biden consistently up in the state. Even in Ohio, polls are coming out that have Biden ahead by 2 +1. Pennsylvania, Biden. There was a poll that came out that Trump. Yeah, Trump ahead by 4. They have revised the poll. They have revised that poll, and they redid it, changed research. But Biden ahead by 3. So, yeah, they redid that poll, said it was a little bit skewed to the right, so they fixed it and had Biden ahead by 3. Polls came out of Utah that had Trump only ahead by a likely margin. No, that's I don't think that's gonna. Virginia, Trump campaign says they're targeting Virginia. They're not going to Virginia. In Wisconsin, Biden ahead by 9 +17. So yeah, and Trump's approval rating since that peak 2 months ago, it has fallen off a cliff. It is horrible for the president right now, and it is almost as bad as 40.6%, almost as bad as it was during the government shutdown in January. It's a point away from that bad. And JHK forecasts, which had an excellent midterm forecast, they look at this. It is trending blue massively. Biden skyrocketing. When the White House, Biden has an 85% chance of winning the White House. The popular vote, Biden will just projection. I'm going to assume that he has like a 99% chance of winning the popular vote because I think there was a poll that something that had Biden 96% chance of winning the popular vote. Electoral votes projected Biden 340. Trump not even getting 200. Iowa recently is Biden plus. Yeah, so they're giving Iowa to Biden. What's that? Nebraska's second district apparently giving it to Biden. North Carolina. So yes, this is a really, really, really Maine second district. Wow, that's something. Or sorry, in Nebraska state. That is really interesting. Senate going out for the Democrats. 55% chance for the Democrats to win there. When we look at all of this, given wins in Maine, North Carolina, Arizona, Colorado, House Colorado. Okay, that's weird. Iowa barely going for Joni Ernst. Look, this has been taking off for the Democrats. Do they have a House? Yeah, they have a House forecast. And 93% chance for the Democrats. They give column here. All right, that's interesting. But the House and Senate and presidency tend to go hand in hand. So I'm gonna be honest. Right now, Donald Trump is in a really bad situation, and I think he's trying to pull a Hail Mary. To be quite honest with you guys, although I do want to talk about one metric that has actually, I want to talk about two things. First, I'm going to talk about the good news for Biden. We're going to look at the polling really quickly. Let's go to just polls and see if we can edit the HTML and not mess up. Okay, there we go. So yes, today President. Okay, so there was a poll that had. Wow. Oh, that's. I just want to see an at large. There was a poll that came out that had Joe Biden crossing 50% in in nationwide. Hillary Clinton never crossed 50%. She got close. She got 48%, and in the general election, she got 48.7% of the vote. I think 48, yeah, something like that. Hillary Clinton in the polling never crossed 50%. Joe Biden is outdoing Hillary in the polling by pretty significant margins. Um, yeah, and then as for what was I going to say? Oh, there is one metric that has the Trump campaign ahead of the Biden campaign, and that is enthusiasm. And that is not surprising to me. Donald Trump, I've never been to a Trump rally, I'll admit that, but I watched the Tulsa rally on TV. Now, there was disappointing turnout, you know, all that kind of thing, all that kind of stuff, and it was pretty embarrassing for the Trump campaign. But other rallies that I've watched, they're excited, the fire up in 2016, they're chanting "crooked Hillary, lock her up," that kind of thing. Um, there are people, they're very fired up. Uh, Hillary Clinton led Donald Trump in base enthusiasm for most of the time in 2016. And that, I think, is for two reasons. First, Hillary Clinton was, I think, younger than Trump. Actually, that's stupid of me to say. Hillary Clinton was more energetic than Trump. Trump is energetic, but he's more gonna insult you from afar. Whereas Hillary Clinton, she went across the country. She did. She ran a campaign that reached out to a lot of young people. That kind of thing. Now she didn't do as well as I thought she was going to do with the youth vote. Whatever, but but Hillary Clinton led Donald Trump in base enthusiasm for a pretty long time. So yeah, I think that metric doesn't matter because I mean a vote isn't weighted on how enthusiastic you're. Like it's not like you're gonna go up to the polls one day and someone's gonna ask you who you're gonna vote for, Joe Biden or Donald Trump, and then you're gonna say Joe Biden, and they're gonna say how enthusiastic are you about it? And you're like not very enthusiastic. I just hate Trump. They're like, well, I'm gonna wait. Okay, well then your vote's only gonna count as half a vote. That's not how it works. And people who are not enthusiastic about Biden are going to go because they're enthusiastic about getting Trump out of office. Because right now, he is not popular at all. He's polarizing. He was polarizing even at the beginning of his term. And right now, he is on the pathway to defeat. And I'm seeing models that have Biden winning in Missouri, going to Biden, Ohio, Georgia, Texas, but I mean, honestly, it's really, really not out of the possibility. 5 months ago, or in January of 2020, I would have looked at a map that gave Biden Ohio or Georgia, and I would have said, "You're crazy. You're a liberally biased person who needs to do their research." I would have said that this map is way too generous towards Biden. I said Biden's not going to win Florida. He's not going to win Arizona. He's not going to win Pennsylvania. Guess what? Biden is on the pathway to victory. And there is another thing that a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters like to talk about. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a progressive. And if everything were if I could choose the outcome of everything, it would be Bernie Sanders would be entering the race as a as a progressive, and you'd be like, let me just think. Yeah, and you'd be, you'd say Sanders being in the race as a progressive, like, if I were the highway, of Sanders entering the race and winning all 50 states, that's not my choice. And unfortunately for me, I'm stuck with choosing between Biden and Trump, and I don't love either of those guys. Both of them, I think, are out of touch. with society, uh, but but I mean, it's not my choice, and I wish Bernie would jump into the. Actually, I don't, because that would get Trump reelected. But uh, in the UEP fairy tale universe, Bernie is president of the United States with Elizabeth Warren as his VP or something like that. But it's not going to happen, unfortunately for me, and I have to accept that. I have to accept that that's not going to happen. And for the people out there who are saying that the youth vote is turning away from the Democrats in Biden, first of all, it's not true. It's been proven multiple times. In fact, the youth vote came out for Democrats in historic numbers in 2018, similar to 2008. So that's a false statement. Um, and second, I mean, the youth vote, sure, they're not in love with Biden, but I did a poll, small sample size, but it showed that I think we're overestimating the liberalness of the youth. Now, I'm saying that the youth vote is it wasn't strong for Senator Sanders. It was, but Biden did pretty well with the youth vote, but better than I expected. Mike Bloomberg did very well when he was still in the race with the youth vote. So I'm not turning away from the Democrats. And anyways, the elderly vote is turning away from Trump. Now, if we had Bernie Sanders running for the Democrats, the elderly vote would be sticking with Trump thick and thin. But we have Biden, who appeals to elderly voters a great amount, and Trump losing support there, especially in places like Florida, in North Carolina, in Arizona, and Georgia, which are trending to the left. And there are a lot of reasons behind that, but that's one of the reasons. So thanks for watching. I know this was kind of a ranty video. I need to clear some stuff up though. So if you aren't subscribed, please do. I'd really appreciate it. We've hit 150, which is awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow, or later actually, because I'm gonna be releasing a video later. Bye.